All right, so this video you're about to watch is actually a private training from our Klaviyo School Group. So as you can see, there's over 40 modules of email marketing training, everything from design, deliverability, email flows, pop-ups, you name it, it's all inside of this course. We also have a community with over 100 people where you can get answers to any questions you have related to email marketing. So if you want access to this, it's 100% free. Just click the link below. You can get access to it right now. Otherwise, hope you enjoy. Okay, in this video, I'm going to share with you how we upload our emails from Figma into Klaviyo. Now, it does involve a couple of steps, and the reason why we follow a protocol like this is so we ensure A+ deliverability and the emails don't land in spam. We also have a deliverability footer trick which kind of bypasses the Klaviyo HTML text upload. So most brands that I work with and most brands that I audit actually upload their emails inside of Klaviyo and they build them in the Klaviyo HTML editor, which I actually don't recommend. What we recommend is uploading and slicing the Figma design and just uploading your email as images. And then in the footer, you actually add some HTML text to bypass that. Otherwise, what it tends to happen is when you upload your email as HTML, it gets skewed when you view it on mobile. And also if you're on night mode, if your subscribers use dark mode on their mobile, it completely changes the color of the email and it can come out looking terribly. So to bypass this, we actually upload the email all as images, and then in the footer, we add a HTML text to make sure we're keeping our service providers happy and deliverability strong. So what we're going to do here is, firstly, we're going to slice this email up, right? So what we have to do is obviously slice into sections. Now, the whole goal here is to upload images less than 400 pixels. So when I go here, or 400 KB, kilobytes. So we're just going to slice this image using this slice tool, obviously. And then what you want to do is you want to export at 2x, right? So this is going to really help the quality of the images if they're sliced at 2x. So you can see we are doing that. We're going to slice it into 3 different sections here. Like this. And then our footer is obviously a hero repeatable footer inside of Klaviyo, so we don't actually need to slice it. Now, once we've sliced it, the next thing I want you to do is head over to this tool called tinypng. So tinypng.com, and this is where we're going to compress our images. So what I'm going to do is actually drag these images in, and you can see what they actually do is they compress them. So the goal here is the kilobytes has to be under 400. So in this case, you can see the kilobyte for this hero image is 500. So we actually have to go back into Klaviyo and re-slice that image because it is too big. So if we look at the first, let's grab this slice, we can see, re-slice this image here. So it was about here. So we're gonna have to slice it into 2 sections, right? So what we want to do is first slice the bottom half about here, 2x, and then the top half. So really important that when you compress, they're all under 400 pixels. Otherwise, it will take too long for the email to load and people will click off. So obviously we just re-upload these images now. For the sake of it, I'm going to re-upload all of them. Okay, and now we can see, yep, they're all under 400 kilobytes. So now we're going to download these images. And the next thing we need to do here is actually jump into Klaviyo now. So well, I'm here in the campaigns. So we have some campaigns scheduled, obviously, and obviously this is going to be a campaign email. So if it was a flow, you go into your flows, obviously, campaign. So we're going to create this campaign, and now we need to fill out the details. So we actually name our campaigns inside of Figma, which keeps everything tidy. So we can just copy and paste the campaign names very nicely. And the draft date, yeah, we're happy to keep that as is. Continue. Next, we're going to choose our segment. So for this email in particular, we're sending out to a 90-day engaged. So we're sending to a 90-day. You want to turn off smart sending, especially because this is a promotional email. So a sales-based email, you want your audience to see it. So we're just going next. Okay, subject line. So obviously we're filling out the subject line with what we've already created inside of Figma. Awesome. And keep in mind here, using emojis can backfire sometimes. So it depends on your deliverability. For this account, we have really strong deliverability. So subject lines aren't impacting, emojis don't really impact. So in this case, we can get away with emojis and maintain top deliverability. So now, obviously, you should have a templated sort of thing sorted here. So we're going to use the hero email template that we made for this brand. Hero template. We're actually going to get rid of the header because we have a unique header. And you can see our footer here. We have some deliverability text. So you can actually see that white line of text there. So that is HTML text, which actually is just being miniaturized. And the reason why we do that is because it allows us to upload images, because service providers see that HTML text and then they put us in the inbox folder. So awesome. Now we're here. What we're going to do is obviously just drag and drop in these images, right? So we have image. Where are we? So we're going to drag, image in here, select your image, upload image, and then we're just going to drag in these newly compressed images. So the first one here, let's see, that's coming nicely. We're going to have to create multiple image blocks. I believe it was 4 slices. So as you can see, we're just dragging in images, and we are uploading this one. Awesome. Awesome. And obviously you want to check mobile as well. You want to check mobile, that the email is obviously viewable and nice and seamless in mobile, as that is the key, because most of the people are actually going to open this in mobile, right? So obviously making sure mobile is optimized. So you can also drag it in there as well. Makes it nice and easy. And then this last one is going to be this one here. Awesome. So you can see that email has been uploaded now. And now what we need to do is we need to obviously add in, so make sure all of these are seamless. Yep. We need to add in the alt text and the link address. So your alt text obviously is just going to be a brief description of your image, and you need to add this in. So obviously we don't want to use any spam triggering words. This is HTML text. So this is just going to be Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And this one's going to be Mint 25. This one can just be featured in. So obviously just giving a bit of context about each thing. And this can be the mint bottle. Awesome. So alt text is added. Now we just need to add the links in. And this is obviously important step. You want to make sure you're linking to the right product page. So in this case, we need to go to the brand's website, suboproducts.com.au. Go to food bottles. So this is, one of our brands. And we're choosing the mint bottle, and then we're grabbing that URL, copying that URL. And this is where we're going to take them to, right to the product page, not to the brand homepage. Obviously you want to go to the product page. It's just reduces friction. And then we're just pasting in these links. And you can see this is, we're checking mobile and desktop, making sure it's all seamless. And you can see if we actually open up this, edit across all instances, you can see this is HTML text, okay? So you can see this is HTML text. We just made it really small. Another thing you can do is change it to the background of the actual page of this page here. The reason why is it gives you further blending in, so it actually blends in very nicely. So you can see that's blended in nicely. Publish. We're going to save and publish. You can see that is blended in. You can't tell the HTML text is there, but the service providers pick it up. So this is how we do it. And the next step here is to preview and send a preview of this email. So obviously you're checking mobile, you're checking desktop, you're making sure the links are working. You're going to send a test to your own email. So obviously we will send a test, and then we're viewing that test inside of our email. And obviously doing link checks, making sure everything is set up correctly. You can see this email has come through, and then we're doing link checks. Okay, so obviously we have a link blocker on, which is why that came up. But link's working. Link is working nice and fine. So you can see everything is smooth, good to go. You want to check it on mobile as well. Very key you do that. And now if we head back, awesome. The next step here is obviously head to next. You want to double check, triple check, quadruple check your subject lines, your preview text, and from here, all you do is go to next, and then you can actually, start sending out this email. So obviously this is the last sort of pre-check, and then when you are going to schedule it, you're going schedule or send, and then you're choosing your scheduled time when you're sending it. Obviously, we're not going to send it out now. Obviously, we will do that, in our own time. We'll do our full quality check, but that is how you upload emails from Figma into Klaviyo. Hopefully that makes sense, and I'll see you in the next video.